What's going on, everybody? Home of the Hustle, Sunday night. We had a little technical difficulties, so let's see if this works, and we're back in the game for Kim tonight. When you hop in here, do the Sherry thing. I'm not going to be able to share it on my end, so I'm going to need your help. As soon as I see Kim in here, I will grab her and she will take over. There she is. Success.
What in the world was that?
I don't know what that was all about, but it's all good.
Like, oh my God. What's going on? You in your car?
Oh, yeah. Mobile.
Oh, it's daylight there.
It is. It is still daylight.
You're in Vegas?
I'm in Sacramento.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Yeah.
What's up, Eddie? Okay, so now rewind for a couple seconds. Thank you for coming on, Eddie.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate you asking me.
I'm excited. I'm getting ready to be released into the wild this week, so I want to ask you for some advice as I go on with everything I learned the past few weeks. Oh, I have to go back on and share mine too. So let me go back in and share this real quick.
Yeah, so I appreciate everybody bearing with us while we were trying to figure that out. I don't know what it was. Facebook did not want her to let me on, but immediately on the opposite side, so that works for me. If you're just popping in here, share this out. And if you're just seeing this on the replay, there actually was a video just before this you should go back and take a look at, recapping what was going on throughout the week last week. So, yeah.
Yeah, we did all that. It was a great week.
It was a great week. It was another great week that came after a great week and after another great week for, a year now.
Shared. Okay. All right. I was able to share it again.
Nice.
So I guess you're not drinking wine with me now. So that was my exciting thing.
I'm not. No Deweys for me.
I'll do it for both of us.
That'll work.
I know you're drinking wine on your interview, so I'm like, I'll have some wine with you tonight.
Yeah, and I would have. I'm vicariously drinking that wine through you right now.
There you go. It's a nice Merlot. It's pretty smooth. It's nothing crazy, but we are celebrating. So definitely a year plus now of Home of the Hustle. We just got 4,000 on the page, which is killer.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So invite everybody to the page. You can just hit that little invite button, invite all your friends. All the awesomeness happening on Home of the Hustle daily. We got the swag store up, the killer swag. I'm going to be fully decked out in all the Home of the Hustle gear soon.
Hustle gear now. That's what you wear now. You just wear hustle gear.
That's it. That's going to be my wardrobe. I'm spring cleaning and throwing everything else away. So I just wanted to say a few things, and then you carry it to wherever you want to take it. I feel like when I saw you being interviewed by Scott Spiro for Undriven, that was when I kind of learned a lot about you from that interview, which is crazy because I watch you all the time in your interviews, but a lot of you guys don't talk about yourselves too much, little tidbits, but not too much of your stories. So when I watched his, I feel like our situations are similar too, because I went through a ton of rough patches in the last 5 years, that crazy things, some horrible, some great, some aha moments, some things that got me through. And a lot of things that you were talking about with your situation resonated with me because I was in that same boat. I feel like was a lot of loss. There was a lot of decisions that had to be made. And you didn't you move from California to Las Vegas, away from your family to get your job? And I just wanted to know, how long ago was it when you started in Vegas? Was that recently?
It's been a year now. So in Vegas for a little over a year.
And you're at Lightspeed VT, so that's your daily hustle is Lightspeed?
Yeah. So I work alongside Bradley over at Lightspeed VT, and that is my main hustle.
Can you tell everybody what Lightspeed VT is that might not know? Because we know, of course, for 10Xers, and we know a lot of Bradley's information. I'm a huge Bradley supporter, but some people don't even have a clue what that is.
So basically what Lightspeed VT is it's a web-based interactive virtual training platform. So anybody who has intellectual property or training and they're looking to monetize that training, they would use Lightspeed to deliver that content in a high-end professional setting to their end users. And then like companies like the UFC and Gold's Gym, Penske Trucking, they use our platform to train their employees internally. So there's a couple different uses for the platform and a lot of different creative ways to use it that really haven't been done yet. But essentially, that's what we do.
No, it's great. It's an amazing product, and I think I'm definitely going to implement it in my training at some point. And I know Brian's top contractor school, and there's a lot of things coming out of that. So I think it's exciting for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very, very exciting.
And so Home of the Hustle. So what do we have? What's the plans for Home of the Hustle going forward now? I know we had talked about it in the anniversary show. You guys talked about it. I don't know who caught it, who didn't, but Home of the Hustle. So maybe, again, new people probably coming on here in and out tonight. I know a lot of new people that I invited that never saw the show before. What are we doing at Home of the Hustle? Like, what are we doing here for people?
So really the idea, the vision of what we had from the get-go of, seeing Facebook Live and what was going on and realizing like, hey, this is TV. This isn't just social media anymore. This is television. And we took that idea and we applied it and we trial and errored it over the course of a year. And now we've actually kind of figured out to a certain degree what's working, what isn't working, what the next steps are for this network. So what you're going to see within the next year is Home of the Hustle expand. 7 shows, 7 days at night, and then we'll have an afternoon lineup as well, which we've already started kicking off with Frank on Thursdays, bringing back the entrepreneur. So we're just going to continue to try to keep fresh live content in front of all the folks that are within the community, not just stuff around business, not just stuff around your health, but all different aspects. I mean, we had a guy who was a personal trainer for professional athletes on. We have Ted DiBiase Jr. I don't know if you know who Ted DiBiase is, but Ted DiBiase was a really, really famous WWE wrestler like when I was a kid, right? So I'm 35.
Oh, wow.
When I was a kid, Ted DiBiase he was $1 million man. That's Ted DiBiase. So we have Ted DiBiase's son, who is also super famous, coming on with the Renegade in a couple of weeks. So we're continuing to keep it fresh and change it up, and as well as give a voice to the folks who maybe have never done Facebook Live or have never told their story, live in front of a community of people. We're going to be doing stuff like that allows people to get up and get in front of it. Everybody says, hey, I want to get on the hustle. And we want to be able to give them an opportunity to do that while keeping, the mainline integrity of the show in place. So if you're new and you hop on the hustle to share your stuff, don't be afraid when we ask you personal questions.
Yeah, definitely. You can't be scared of those. And I'm excited. Like I said, my April, I'm lining up. I'm waiting for one more confirmation, and I'm going to be doing next week is going to be crazy for me. I want to be able to really bring a lot to the table with that interview with TJ and Caroline, because they're just mega stars. And to me, and they hustle daily. If you look on their Instagram, and they're always showing their workouts and how can they help you and what can they do for you. And they're just amazing people. And I was going to tell Frank, I'm bringing the beer to Home of the Hustle on the 29th. I got my man, Johnny Adler, who's the biggest nightclub owner here in Fort Lauderdale. It's an amazing spot that these guys opened up, who I've been friends with this guy for years. This guy's been grinding in the nightclub restaurant business for years. They opened this club a year ago. It's completely amazing. And he's going to be on April 29th. So that's going to be my first beard on the hustle. So I'm going to be excited about that one. I'm not wearing the beard for that one, though.
No?
No, I'm not going to wear it. He's got enough beard for everybody over there. So I'm going to get baby beard put on so he can shine up before the interview.
Oh, it's funny.
I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
so constantly fresh, constantly new stuff is what's coming to the hustle, as well as the Instagram page. So we now have an Instagram page that we just started a couple of weeks ago. We'd appreciate if you went and kind of seen what we had going on over there. It's at the Home of the Hustle on Instagram. And then obviously homeofthehustle.tv. If you're not utilizing those, notify me or let me know or whatever the hell it says, so that you get notified when we're going to go live. Go do that, homeofthehustle.tv. That makes it easy. Then you know when we're going live. And now we got all this swag and stuff coming out. So you can go buy that stuff now too. Lots of cool things, and we're just starting to kind of break the ice on this.
Yeah, no, it's super exciting. I mean, this is like probably, it's in my itinerary every single day. So it's like with my work, my kids, I have a little hustle, and then I have myself, and it's like kind of in my mix now. It's 25%. I have my percent at 25%. So that's like my whole morning was working on my guests, and it's so exciting for me. It just gives me a little bit more, like I have nothing else to do, but I need something else sometimes to motivate me to even more, to add more uh, to my plate, because that's just me.
Hey, when you're obsessed and you gotta keep yourself busy. I mean, that's how I am. If I don't keep myself busy, I keep myself in trouble. So I like to
Yeah,
keep myself
exactly.
busy instead.
People ask me all the time, well, what are you doing? What is some hustle? Why are you doing that? There's a million reasons. So if you watch it, you know why. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, and sometimes you just have a gut feeling. I had a gut feeling the second that I saw it, when I was watching it, when it got shared by someone else, and I saw it. I was like, something is telling me to go this way, and I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna go. And I never really trusted my gut before too many times, and that's why horrible things happen to me, I think. So I started trusting my gut, and then I started making better decisions and doing more things and saying yes to opportunities. And when Home Hustle came on, I was like, I don't know what this is, but it looks amazing. And I started listening and watching, and I'm going to reach out. And I'm going to just see what I can do, how I can get involved, because there's something pulling. And I don't know what it is. Like I said, it's all good things. There's a lot of good things, a lot of positive energy. There's so much excitement coming out of it, and it's helping so many people, I feel like, and people are messaging me and wanting me on their shows. And I'm doing an interview tomorrow night with somebody that wants me on their show. I'm like, okay, sure, why not? Some guy named the Navigator. Is Nav on here right now? I don't even know. You ever hear of Nav?
Oh, DJ Navigator?
No, no, no. That's one. This guy's called Nav. He calls himself the Bingo Brown Boy. He's a sales guy. He's a 10Xer. He's got
No.
a huge fan base, and he's on Facebook Live 10 times a day. And all he does is
Wow.
these rebuttals and things. So anyway, he asked me to be on tomorrow night. I'm like, I don't know. Sure. I'll
Nice.
try it out.
Get used to
Uh,
saying yes.
Yes, and that's what I always do. I'm like, sure, you want to go here? Sure, I'll go. I'll do that. I'll do this, because, I used to say no. I used to not trust my gut. I was getting nowhere with that. So now I start listening to my gut a lot more. Home Hustle is definitely something positive. I'm excited for the growth. I want to be a part of it as much as I possibly can. I want to add to it as much as I possibly can. And I'm just happy that you guys are so amazingly supportive and having me involved.
The funny thing about listening to your gut, right? People talk about listen to your gut, listen to your gut. When you do actually listen to your gut is telling you to do all kinds of shit that is going to cause like waves in your life. That your gut is going to push you and test you in ways to get out of your comfort zone, because that's where the hell you're supposed to be. So it's like this weird thing that once you do commit to trusting your gut, you actually put yourself in a position where you have a lot more confrontation, not necessarily conflict, but confrontation in your life. And if you own it, then you push all the bad crap out and you start attracting the good stuff in. But when you trust your gut, you're going to get, punched in the face a couple of times. And that's the thing that I think that deters people from doing that. They're like, I trusted my gut and I went and did this, and look what happened. Like, now I don't have this person as a friend, or now I caused this other problem, and this other thing is going on because I opened my mouth, because I said, this was my gut feeling. And then they stop from there and they don't actually look and see what the underlying issue was and how trusting their gut has put a plan or a process in place to be able to resolve that scenario. So, trusting your gut is critically and hugely important. And I think that's what you did when, you found that share of Home of the Hustle. You trusted your gut, and look what happened. You had to get on videos and like get out of your comfort zone and like feel all uncomfortable and wear a fake beard and interview fucking Frank Sell. Like,
I don't. It was great though. I think I've come a long way in the last month or 3 weeks, as long as it's been going.
absolutely.
I'm very comfortable. I'm very like, I'm talking to myself a lot in the mirror. I feel like, just like, I really want to say this and I really want to talk about that. And, I wait for Sunday. Like, I'm like, okay, I want to be able to, I love sharing the interviews. I love talking about myself. I love everyone asking me questions and friend requesting me like crazy. And if you heard, I got like over 300 friend requests in the last few weeks. And just everyone's motivational, super cool, and really wants the best for all of us, which I think is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So yeah,
Did
that's
you
pretty.
did you have any questions that you like were dying to ask while you had me on?
Me?
Yeah.
It's, oh yes, well that's what I was asking you a little bit about. With Lightspeed BT, and I want to know about the future of the hustle. I wanted to know, I kind of know a little bit about you, what your ultimate breakthrough moment was, where you decided to just pick up and go, where you, I guess, did you listen to your gut when you were saying, you need to make a change when you were getting ready to
My
go? Yes.
my ultimate breakthrough moment came about 5 years ago when I had been in a marriage that I was not happy with and decided that it was time, and I had been holding on for years of something that shouldn't work, or something that wasn't working. I was holding on to it, for the kids, when in reality I was holding on to it because I knew all the drama and the problems it would cause by me choosing to live the life the way that I wanted to on my terms, period, and trust my gut. And so I trusted my gut, and I literally took, all I left with was clothes. I threw all my clothes in my car. I told her, hey, this isn't going to work anymore. I threw all my clothes in the car, and that's all I left with. I left everything else behind. I moved. First time I had ever lived on my own, I guess, because I got with her when we were 19. We had a baby. I went from living at home to having a baby to being in this marriage and in this relationship. So that was a defining moment for me, deciding to just leave. And I was still in the same town. So I had my kids 60% of the time. But right after that, I left my marriage, and I left my corporate job. And I left my corporate job and said, like, I'm scrapping the whole thing. Like, I'm pressing the reset button on this thing, and I'm walking away from six-figure income to go live on my terms. And when I did, I got punched in the mouth, I got kicked in the nuts, I got every like thing that could happen happened, which is supposed to happen, and that's how it's supposed to go. But huge defining moment for me was deciding to live my life for me, and that not leaving that marriage just because I had kids was
Mm-hmm.
not the right thing to do for my kids. The right thing to do for my kids was to put them into the best scenario possible for them, where they had two parents that were both happy and productive and getting them going in the right direction. So for me, I had to change my perspective and the angle that I was looking at why I wanted to do that, and then understanding that I was actually doing a good thing, even though it was going to be hard. Huge defining moment for me.
That was 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was 5 years ago.
Wow. Wow. How old are the kids that you have? You have an older one. So.
Yeah, so my daughter is she's 15. She'll be 16 in December, and then I have twin boys that are 12 years old. They'll be 13 in December.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah.
All the kids in December?
No, my daughter's June. She's a June
Oh,
baby.
okay, so
She's
they're all in December.
nah,
So all three of
she's
my kids
she's a
are April.
Gemini. She's the
Oh, okay.
Gemini. She's got the couple sides to her, and the boys are like me. We're December babies.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. All three of mine are born in April, so I'm getting ready to hit birthday month. So
Oh yeah, get it
one
out of
on
the way.
Tuesday, one next Tuesday, one end of the month. So this is my birthday month. So I pretty much stay in my house all month and just don't go anywhere because they want to break
Yeah,
me.
save all the money. Here's a bunch of stuff. It's April. Have a
Yeah,
good time.
exactly. Exactly. So yeah, I want to ask you a little about your family. So that's that. Where are you born? Where are you born and raised? In California?
Yeah, I'm born and raised Sacramento, California. Spent my life here, 34 years. Yeah, 34 years of my life here, and then a year in Vegas.
Wow,
Yeah,
very
so
cool. How do you like
NorCal.
living in?
What's that
How
now?
do you like living in?
Vegas is different than what everybody assumes. I shouldn't say everybody, than what most would assume, is that Vegas is this crazy party town. The reality is Vegas is literally whatever you want it to be. Vegas could be the most laid back town you could live in, no problems, no drama. People don't really care what you got going on. Where I'm from up here in Northern California, everybody's got a chip on their shoulder. Most people have a chip on their shoulder. There's problems around every corner, and everybody's looking to see what they can get from the next person. Whereas out in Vegas, it was like live and let live. If you don't say anything to anybody, then they ain't going to say nothing to you. If you say hi to people, they'll say hi to you. You can have it however you want. It's like Burger King, you know, that's what Las Vegas is. Have it your way. You want cocaine and hookers, it's right down the street. You want like a good, nice life, adult life where you live in the burbs and you make good money and you drive a nice car and you have no drama. Yeah, they got that too. So I would highly recommend Vegas to anybody who wants to just kind of get away from the rest of the world, of the country, really.
It's similar to Fort Lauderdale. It's kind of like the same thing down here. It's party town, USA. When I moved here when I was 21 years old, it was like working on the beach, working in the bars, having fun, and then, you know, turn it into flip the switch, you know, raise a family, you know, you can do and then you have a little bit of both. So we have our fun side, and then, have you been to Fort Lauderdale? Oh, yeah, you were here for 10X.
Yeah, I was there a little bit in Fort Lauderdale. Our hotel the first night was there. So my first exposure to that area. I was like, who's freaking kimono dragon got out of their house or something? There's like a giant, like huge lizard on the roof. And I'm like, what in the hell? How is this thing out? Like, somebody like catch this thing or something. I don't think it's supposed to be out, man.
Oh my gosh, we have like pythons and iguanas running around and giant cockroaches. Meadow bugs. Not from New York, so originally, like, we're used to cockroaches and things. When I moved here for the first time and saw a palmetto bug, and the thing was like this big, I almost died. And then when a lizard jumped on me, they have these little, I don't know what those little lizards are called, but they're just wild everywhere, and they just kind of like jump on you, and I'm like, what the heck? I'm from the Bronx. We don't have this kind of thing. We have roaches, and that's about it.
Yeah, I'm from Cali, man. We got black widows and rats.
Oh God. Yeah, that's the Bronx thing too, the rats and the roaches.
Yeah.
I'll take the bugs over that. Oh, Brian's coming to Lauderdale. Look me up when you get here, Brian. We definitely have to hang out. Brian's coming down to Loudy too. Very cool. So what else is coming up for you, Eddie? You're doing, you guys are going out to Arizona for Meltdown in the Desert. What else is happening what's in your itinerary?
So we got Meltdown coming up in, what is it, June? Mm-hmm. June, yeah. And obviously there's always things that slide in, different events that we get invited to that we'll go to between now and then. But I know for sure that a lot of us will be at the Conversation in October. Tammy Kling, she throws a exclusive 100-person only, invite only mastermind behind her house, like in the woods, and talk about life, talk about business. I got invited last year, and then this year she invited me to come back as like a leader type person for the event, and some of the other folks in the hustle are gonna be coming as well. So that's always a huge potential breakthrough moment.
Very cool. That sounds fun.
Yeah, would imagine that we'll have several more. I mean, I'm sure we'll be at the Thrive event this year. I'm sure we'll be at the next 10X. We'll be at Amplify. You know, we're friends with Yaki and all these different guys. So you'll have no shortage of hustle at the conferences this year.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I go to a lot of that stuff too. I'm excited for the Meltdown. I didn't know that it was that you guys all were involved in that. I was just going because Tyler was going to speak.
Yeah, our buddy Kobe. Our buddy Kobe.
I've never heard of him.
Yeah,
I heard him through you guys. That's when I started hearing who that was.
That's why it's so important that you share these things out if you're watching. Like, we're not just saying share so that you get more, like we get more viewers. It really, you get exposed to new people and new networks and new communities, and there's huge opportunity just in sharing the video out. So if you're reluctant on sharing them out because you don't want to see us getting more viewers, which I don't know why you would watch in the first place if that was the case. So, you know, this is a network and we're trying to grow it. So, you know, we support and you support back. Like, it works really well that way.
Big time. I agree. All right. So I think that's everything that I had. I know, sorry about the mix-up with trying to get you on before. I don't know what happened.
All good.
On that.
All good. It happens.
Be live for next time.
Yeah. Be live works well, especially if you're shooting it from a computer.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that for next time too. But it was great anyway. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
For everything, for coming on with me and spending time.
No, I appreciate you having me on. It's always fun. Always fun.
Very cool. All right, and have a good rest of your day and a good week. And then we'll catch you on Tuesday night? You have a guest on Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday night. Yep. We had to reschedule my current guest, so I'll be announcing a new guest probably tomorrow. It's always fun when you get to play on the fly. So we'll see what kind of fire we come up with on Tuesday.
Very cool. Thanks, Kevin. Thanks, everybody that's been
Cool.
commenting and saying hi to Eddie and
So
all the
I'll leave
good
you guys with this. If you guys have just hopped in, go to home of the hustle.tv and get set up with the notifications, and our little chat bot guy will shoot you a message and say, hey, Home of the Hustle is going to be live in 5 minutes. And then when we go live, it'll let you know. Get your Home of the Hustle gear. Don't miss the shows Monday through Friday. We do them all at what would be 6 o'clock Pacific time or 9 o'clock East Coast time, depending on what part of the country that you're in. Tune in, get the notifications set up, and check out the different things that we have available on the website right now. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming, so stay close to that page. I know we haven't talked about it a whole lot, but we need to now, and check it out on Instagram.
For sure, for sure.
So
all right,
cool.
Guys. Yeah, I'm on your time, so you have to end when you're ready.
I know. I'm letting you wrap it up. It's your show. I'll be quiet.
That's okay. No, but please, that's I'm here to learn from you guys. So I'll be back next Sunday with TJ Hoban and Caroline DeCampos. I'm really looking forward to that, and all of their people coming on and having a really wild next Sunday night. I asked them for 10 minutes. They said they'll give me at least 30. So I'm just ready for next Sunday and excited for things to come with Home Hustle, and keep sharing and keep caring. And we'll see you guys all this week.
Awesome. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.